Network on any of the radio shows, please hit us up, dhourshow@gmail.com. We are the outlet for all the freshest, newest, incredible indie artists out there. So, we will be the outlet for you. So definitely send us your music, and we'll give you some airplay under it. And with that being said, right now it's time to introduce our last guest for tonight. And surely it's a pleasure and an honor for us. We haven't had the pleasure of talking to this brother, but very intelligent, very talented. You know him as Speech from the famous hip-hop group Arrested Development, with such hits as People Every Day, Tennessee, Mr. Window, which I may add is definitely some of my favorite hits. And with a new single on the rise, In One Day, which I've already heard and it's hot. I definitely can't wait for you guys to hear it. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm, and I mean warm, D Hour Radio Network welcome for the one and only Mr. Speech.
Thank you. Your fortune.
No doubt. How you doing, bro? What's going on?
What's up, y'all? Doing great, man. How y'all doing?
No, we're good, man. It's like I said, it's truly a pleasure, man. Truly a pleasure to have you on, man. And we're big fans, man. We've always been big fans, and you and your people, man, have always created some very positive and incredible music, man. And I really do want to thank you for that, because we're lacking a lot of that now in the industry, man. And it's really good to see you guys making new music and bringing that back to the forefront. So thank you for that.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. I appreciate that support, that love, to that positive energy. Yeah, it's been incredible. It's been an incredible journey. It really has been. It's been incredible. We just got back from Thailand, so I'm on jet lag right now. Been up crazy hours, so a little jet lag, but the journey is still real. It's still going.
No doubt. Now, with that being said, you say you just came back from overseas. Now, what is that like, man? I mean, because I know we've talked to so many different, music artists, over the years, man, and everybody have always said the same, that they get so much of the most incredible love overseas, man, when you guys go overseas.
It's amazing. I mean, the difference, I'm so grateful that the world is bigger than it seems, because in America, we're caught up with a lot of frivolous stuff, and overseas, they're not caught up with the same amount of stuff we are. So it enables them to really appreciate music the way we used to here in the States, where, great music is great music, artist is artist, and they want to support those artists for the long term as long as they continue to do great stuff. And, they're not as fickle as we are in the United States. And so it's a really great vibe, and I love the people throughout. We do Australia a lot. We do Japan. We do Africa. We do Europe, all throughout Europe. We do, like I said, we just got back from Thailand and Canada. So it's it's good vibes, real good vibes.
Well, let me ask you this. Bro. Now, when you think about that, when you think about how intense the love is that you guys get overseas, because sometimes I feel like that a little bit, but do you feel like here in America we tend to take things a little for granted? Like music.
Yeah, we do. We take our music for granted. We take, just the brilliance that we've brought to the world for granted, and overseas, like I said, I think that their worldview is a little different, to where they're able to really grab hold to it and really respect it, the way that the music deserves to be respected. And I don't mean just hip-hop, and I'm not saying just Arrested Development. I was over in Israel recently, and Kool and the Gang was there, and it was one of the biggest and best parties I'd ever been to. It was packed out, probably 20,000 people, but Kool and the Gang can't pack a stadium here, but they should be able to. So I'm not just saying it for Arrested Development. I'm just saying that there's a difference between the love that people and the respect that people give to the music and the legacy that's important. And I think we all need to get back to it here too. I think that that's important.
Well, I'm glad that you said that because I can't even tell you for so many years, a lot of our, old school artists from the, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, who, we've had on the shows over the years, like yourself and everybody else who's continuing to make new music. But what's always been our issue, what's always been my problem, my issue, is that big-time radio outlets, major radio outlets, never had a problem with playing, a lot of your famous music. But then when you have artists like, yourself, or you have artists like Kool and the Gang or Stylistic or somebody like that who's making new music, they don't get that type of consideration that they used to get. So it's like, oh, we'll play your old stuff all day long, but they won't play the new stuff. And I feel like there's a lack of respect with that, because I feel like if I'm going to play your old stuff, then I should show you enough respect to play your new stuff as well.
I agree, and my thing is, it's not that you should play it just because you like my old stuff or our old stuff, but play it so people can hear what we're doing. If the people don't like it, then stop playing it. I feel like
exactly
us artists that have been doing this for years, all we're asking for is the same exposure opportunity that any other artist gets. If people don't like it, then they don't like it. You shouldn't play it. But if they like it, then that's good. I feel like the problem is that they're not even given a chance to like it. So, like, for instance, we just dropped a single late last year, well, actually it was early last year, called I Don't See You at the Club. Great song. And Sirius XM would only play it on Backspin. But the thing was, it's a brand new song. So I was grateful that they played it, because most other stations wouldn't play it, period. But it's like, I talk to a lot of artists. I mean, it's like I said, it's not just hip-hop. It's like I was with Anita Baker. We were having dinner, and she was saying the same thing. She has diehard fans, but she can release a new record today. And it's one thing that if people don't like it, then that's respected. But they don't even know it exists, and that's the problem. See, that to me is where it's a problem.
Well, I want you to know, and all the other artists like Anita and everybody else who's making new music, because we've done this for years, and we're going to continue to do it for our fans and all of our listeners. It don't matter how much new music you make or you guys make, we're going to play it, and we're going to continue to play it. We're just going to keep showing our support. So if anybody want to follow our train, that's fine, but we're going to continue to keep doing that.
Well, honestly, that was one of the reasons I wanted to do y'all's show tonight, because I felt that type of respect for music that, to be honest, is missing in a lot of circles right now in the industry.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate that, man. Definitely. I know I got a couple more questions for you, but I know my girl Red Child, wants to get in. Red Child, you on with Mr. Speech?
I'm over here talking about
That's cool.
Boy, I just want to commend you, because you guys make music that consciously makes you feel something. With that being said, I know you, as far as the community and things like that, what do you do as far as giving back to your community? I know Arrested Development was kind of on that in the beginning, but in 2017, where are you guys at on that level?
Everything. I mean, for instance, whenever we do shows, we tend to do like charity outreach before the show, whether it be a homeless shelter or whether it be in the projects talking about Black empowerment and upliftment to encourage each other, whether it be like we're going to Milwaukee and doing a show for the Bucks coming up, their last show in Milwaukee, because I'm from Milwaukee. And in the daytime, we're going to go to the Boys and Girls Club. But then also, not just that, I write for, my mother owns the largest Black newspaper in Wisconsin, and so I write articles for that, and that reaches the world. I write articles that are talking about upliftment and so on and so forth. And then I also am a minister in a church, and so like on a daily basis, whether it's helping people through hard times that they're going through, whether it's with the criminal justice system or whether it's with marriage or whether it's with, finances, so on and so forth. So, and then one other thing that I do is my wife and I opened up an art school. It's called Victory Spot, and it's right here in Fayetteville, Georgia. The website is victoryspot.org, and it's an art school for young people to help them to win in this industry so that they are not exploited, so that they're not their dignity and their integrity is not stolen away from them as they're trying to make it. And that's so like we right now we probably have about 30 kids. They're not all kids too. Like our oldest person is 45. Our youngest is probably 3. You know what I'm saying? So everything in between. So all of those things we do plus more. We own a couple businesses and we employ black people. It's a black-owned business. That's important. And to keep our finances circulating within our own community. So we own a couple businesses where we employ black people and, try to uplift. So it's all of that to me is activism. And not to mention the music. Of course, the music, which reaches, the whole world, is activism.
No doubt.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt. Well, I can appreciate that, man. And you said you're from Milwaukee, so I'm assuming that you a cheesehead?
Yeah, I am. I had to lay off
Come on now.
a little bit because it was messing with my sinuses so much. But nonetheless, I do still love it. I love it.
What about
so look, from one Green Bay Packer fan to the next, man, I want to say what's up to you, no doubt.
Word up. No doubt,
But I want to say this too, man. Just listening to you, what you were saying about the things that you're doing and that you and your wife are doing, I really commend that. And a little later, on, sometime maybe in the next couple of days, in the coming weeks, I'm going to have to get with you because I'm going to be starting up a nonprofit organization with the intention to help young individuals in the next generation to achieve their career goals. You know what I mean? So that's something I've always wanted to do because, like I do, there's so many talented young people out there, man, and it's just ridiculous, and they just don't have the resources to be able to achieve their career goals, man. And I think that we need to help, encourage that, so.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree with that. That's flat. Where are y'all based out of? The city?
I'm in Arizona, and actually, Red Child's she's in Atlanta. He's in Georgia.
Yeah.
Okay, because we're in Atlanta basically, and I'm in Fayetteville, Georgia. Red Child, if you know where that is.
Yeah, you down the street from me currently. Yeah, because you dealing with this weather I'm in too, then, huh?
Exactly right. Yeah, you're dealing with the storms today and the tornado warnings. Hey, but you should stop through Victory Spot. It's in Fayetteville, Georgia. It's on Highway 54. You can go to the website and get all the information. It's victoryspot.org. And stop through and see what we're doing. It's incredible. And then for you in Arizona, bro, we're doing a show in Arizona coming up.
That's what I was getting ready to bring up because I know that you're coming out here to AZ for the Arizona Freestyle Festival. So I can't wait to see you, man, at the festival, and we'll get a chance to talk then.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be nice. We were just in Arizona probably about three years ago, but that's been too long, so we need to get back there.
Absolutely. Now, let's talk about the new single, man. Let's talk about the new music, because we're gonna play it for everybody real quick while you're on with us, and then we'll come back a little after that and talk a little bit more about it. But tell us about the new single, man, the new music.
The new single is called "In One Day My Whole World Changed," and it's basically talking about changing our mindset. It's really talking about changing my mindset, but at the same time, I want to influence and inspire all of us to change our mindset to consciousness, to freedom, to, empowerment of all of us as a people to raise ourselves to the next level. And so the song really is talk about my whole world changed in one day. And it goes into a lot of different things from critiquing the music industry and the lack of balance in the lyrics out there. It talks about when Black Thought is only in roots but not in rhymes. So it talks about like where we're not being diverse enough in thought, and it's exactly, making us look little as a people because, you know, I travel the whole world, and so basically when they hear in our music, they're hearing one little slice of who we are as a people, and so we go across the planet and people have this weird and strange perception of who we all are because that's all they see. They don't get to a lot of them hasn't traveled to the States to actually see the diversity. So they're feeling like, okay, this is what black people are. Okay, I get it. It's like, no, you don't get it. That's just one slice. This is a whole lot of what we do. So the song addresses a lot of stuff. It addresses some of the ignorance that's going on in politics. You know, it addresses, you know, the shootings and the police killings of young black men primarily. It addresses a lot of stuff, you know. So I feel like it's a song that's sort of easy to digest, though. So it addresses a lot of things, but it doesn't, in my opinion, feel too heavy. So that's what I feel like Arrested Development is really good at.
You're absolutely right, and like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I definitely can't wait for everybody to hear it right now. World premiere, ladies and gentlemen. Spreech, go ahead and introduce it to everybody.
This is one of our new songs. It's called "In One Day, My Whole World Changed." Peep it out.
No doubt. We'll be back more with Speech from Arrested Development. Let's go.
I've been searching for change a lot. My brain is shot, looking for another way. Yeah, and I've been searching for light in the dark. Light is a spark for me a brighter day. And I'm looking for people to hang with, people to sing with, people to do a melody with. What they say should take a lifetime. Took a couple seconds to awaken my mind, and my whole world changed in one day. I said my whole world changed in one day, and now I'm all in the streets and I'm marching for peace, 'cause I know that it's coming to me someday. I said my whole world changed in one day. I said my whole world changed in one day, and now I'm all in the streets and I'm marching for peace, 'cause I know that it's coming to me someday. I'm a dopey dude in a dope boy world, and I'm a tattered book with the pages unfurled, and I'm a brand new car with a vintage shell, and my treasures are all in heaven, so I'm poor as hell. And yes, it's just a juxtaposition, and I'm playing my position, and I fear no competition, 'cause it's none. I'm like Bobby Brown from New Edition. My prerogative and mission is to use the trickle position. I gun, bam, 'cause my whole world changed in one day. I said my whole world changed in one day, and now I'm all in the streets and I'm marching for peace, 'cause I know that it's coming to me someday. I said my whole world changed in one day. I said my whole world changed in one day, and now I'm all in the streets and I'm marching for peace, 'cause I know that it's coming to me someday. The rap game is flighty like Sarah Palin is, and it's ignorant like Republicans, and sort of shiesty like our government, so they about to get chewed out like double mint. So labels come slow down, labels come slow down. When you already suck, there ain't nowhere to go down. So this gon' be a Twitter night, and I type these words and I shared it like a sister wife. With music gets you open, but closes your mind. With Black Thought, only in roots, not rhymes. When a guy's worth a penny, but he still gets dimes. When it's time to spring forward, but we're still behind. I feel like I got something to offer. Let me give you something new to get into. I feel like I got something to offer. Like Michael Brown, man, every hand in the business. I've been searching for change a lot. My brain is shot, looking for another way. Yeah, and I've been searching for light in the dark. Light is a spark for me a brighter day. And I'm looking for people to hang with, people to sing with, people to do a melody with. What they say should take a lifetime. Took a couple seconds to awaken my mind, and my whole world changed in one day. I said my whole world changed in one day, and now I'm all in the streets and I'm marching for peace, 'cause I know that it's coming to me someday. I said my whole world changed in one day. I said my whole world changed in one day, and now I'm all in the streets and I'm marching for peace, 'cause I know that it's coming to me someday. And My race caused racists to stop and frisk me, man. I had more eyes on me than Mississippi, man. And my Jimmy had led the way like with the gypsy band. Many girls was getting bagged like some whiskey, man. And after all that went down, and I mean all that went down, life had just let me try, there was no more going down. I said, don't be a Twitter line, and I typed these words, and I shared it like a sister wife. With music gets you open, but closes your mind. With black thoughts, only at roots, not rhymes. When a guy's worth a penny, but he still gets dimes. When it's time to spring forward, but we're still behind. I feel like I got something to offer. Let me give you something new to get into, like Michael Brown, man. Every hand's in the venue. I feel like I got something to offer. My whole world changed in one day. I said my whole world changed in one day. And now I'm all in the streets and I'm marching to peace, 'cause I know that it's coming to me someday. I said my whole world changed in one day. I said my whole world changed in one day. And now I'm all in the streets and I'm marching for peace, 'cause I know that it's coming to me someday. I've been searching for change a lot. My brain is shot, looking for another way.
Nod Your Head Radio, D-Hour Radio Network, Arrested Development, world premiere new single right here. In one day, the world has changed. Look, another Arrested Development hit, and I just gotta say again, I'm truly loving it, man. It's just as fantastic as you know, all you guys' other singles, man. And again, Speech, I wanna thank you from the bottom of my heart, man, because you know we're really truly missing positive influence in hip hop, man, and I truly don't understand it because hip hop has changed drastically. And don't get me wrong, I'm not taking away from all the talented young artists that are out there right now, because there's some really talented cats out there, but we're truly missing that positive influence, and I really, really do thank you for that. And you know, it's changed so much, man. I don't know how do you feel about that? What do you think about the way the state of hip hop is right now and the way it is?
Well, I think a few things. I mean, one is it needs to be way more diverse. It's not like, to me, it's not any one message isn't necessarily a problem in hip hop. When it gets to be a problem is when only a few messages get through the gate and everything else is left behind. So then you have really propaganda as opposed to artistry. You just have propaganda. And to me, a lot of it's really white supremacist propaganda, because when you're basically saying the same exact concepts that someone from the Ku Klux Klan or someone from whatever could say, like hating on black women, hating each other, violence against one another. Those are things that are all perfectly in line with what white supremacy would want us to be projecting. So,
absolutely,
to me, that's the problem. It's like, for someone to just be an artist and do what they do, that's fine. But whenever you see it being so much so and so little of anything else, then that's propaganda. That's something that we have to fight against. So I feel like that's a problem. I feel like we all have to be the ones to change it. It can't be, you know, a lot of people say, well, the record companies, it's really them that's putting it out. That is true, but they're always going to look at the bottom line. They're always going to be thinking about the green, not black, not white, not anything else. So we've got to be the ones as black artists or artists that care about black music to be putting out messages that lift us up. I'm not saying every single artist. Again, we already know that that's never going to happen, but at least more and more artists need to stand up and write music that's going to encourage and lift us up for our own sake. So yeah, that's how I feel about
Absolutely.
it. I feel like we got to get busy with that.
Man, you know what? And I really do appreciate you saying that. And I love how you use diversity, because, you know, earlier me and Red was talking about how we felt like it was truly odd that, you know, Nicki Minaj was the only female hip-hop artist that was in the spotlight. And I just feel like that's really odd, because I know for a fact that there's a bunch of talented female hip-hop artists, especially indie artists, that I've come into contact with over the years, and I know they're extremely talented. And then when I hear their music and it's not being played on the radio, that just burns me up, because I know they're talented like that. And so I just felt like they were odd. And I felt like, you know, to the hip-hop community, I'm just like, where's the diversity? Like, you know, it's a gang of male hip-hop artists out there in the forefront, but only one female. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
I agree with you totally, and it didn't used to be that way. If you remember, you know,
It
what I'm
was. It really
saying,
was.
back in the day, we had Light, we had Salt and Pepper, we had Queen Latifah, we had Moni Love. You know, it was just and all of them had spotlight on them. All of them were getting a lot of love, and all of them had a different energy. You know what I'm saying? Foxy Brown. I mean, all of it was different. So I think that's missing. You know, that diversity of thought, that diversity of gender, all of that. You know.
I agree. I definitely agree. Now, for the you know, real quick, for the new fans and for the young listeners that we have that don't know anything about you or Arrested Development, how did you guys get started, and what started off Arrested Development, and when?
Back in we started off in Atlanta, Georgia. I was a DJ, but I wanted to start rhyming, and so I was looking for a DJ. I put up a flyer, and a guy named Tim, who I would name him Headliner because that was his nickname. He was looking at the flyer, and so we started talking. We started building, and became best friends. So we started becoming like a sound system where it'd be him on the tables, me on the rhymes, and we would invite people to our shows to come on stage and rock with us, whether it be like African percussionists, dancers, painters, poets, whatever. And so the whole idea was that we would be like a sound system, and we would have a lot of people around us, a lot of colorful, really interesting types of styles and stuff going around while we're on stage. And that's sort of the concept. So when you really think about Arrested Development, you always see a lot of members, and you always see a lot of diverse things, you know, whether it be a dancer, whether it be a women and men. Because if you think about it, we was the second hip-hop group in history to have men and women in it. First was Funky 4+1. We was the second hip-hop group to ever have a live band, the first being Stetsasonic. So I'm saying, like, just bringing that diversity, again, to the music and to the scene and to the performances was something that we was all about. And if you look at us visually, that's what you see.
Well, I appreciate it, man. I've always appreciated your diversity. I've always appreciated your style and the way you guys told stories and the way you guys presented things. I was always appreciative of that, man, and that's why I like you guys. I like you guys so much. So definitely thank you for that.
We all
no doubt.
appreciate it.
Now, I want to ask you too. Like I said, we showcase a lot of indie artists, man, and we try to be the outlet for them and give them, give them a voice, to be heard. For the indie artists that are listening and, who want to be successful like you guys and be able to have longevity and perform, here and overseas and have that experience, what advice do you give to them?
I think keep strong with your own voice. You were born an original, don't die a carbon copy of anybody. So the key is that that's going to be your longevity. That's going to be the source for you to make it through the cracks in this industry. Because right now, more than ever, even young people, millennials and so on and so forth, they're looking for stuff that stands out and stuff that's different than what they're already getting, because they're being fed such similar stuff pretty much that they're looking for very different artists with different views and different realities. And I feel like as an independent artist, that is where you'll win. And not only that, you'll win in the United States, but then you could also tour across the world, because across the world is not on the same exact stuff that the United States is on. So as long as you're staying true to who you really are, then you have a great chance to do well overseas too. We've been at this for 30 years. So we started in 87. It's now 2017. 30 years we've been doing music. I've never worked a day job unless I wanted to. Like, I worked for a tech company that I wanted to work for, but I never had to. And that tech company was a music thing that I felt could empower musicians, so I did it. My point being is that for 30 years now, we've been doing this without having to do other stuff. That's because we were original, and we continue to be that. We continue to do what we really feel from our heart, So I think that makes a huge difference with any artist.
Thoroughly impressed, man. Like I said, I have always been, and just everything that you just said, man. Again, it just speaks volumes about your character and what you guys are all about, man. And I just really do appreciate that. Red, any closing comments for our brother's speech?
I was just sitting here listening as he was giving knowledge and busting grapes. So, yeah, I'm appreciative and everything that you do and that you contribute. Because, man, I could always learn something. So I'm motivated by people that inspire me and that I learn from, and you are one of those individuals. So I thank you.
I appreciate that. Let me tell you, I'm in Atlanta too, so we got to hook up. Let's make it happen.
Look,
no doubt.
You talking
art school.
You talking about supporting black businesses. Look, so I got this T-shirt company, right? So y'all need any shirts off over there? You know what I'm saying? I got you.
Do you print T-shirts, or do you already have, like, in other words, if we had a design, do y'all print them?
I printed. I'm multitasking. I'm doing some right now as I'm talking to y'all. Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, good. We're looking. See, what's funny about that? We're looking for a black-owned company that we can support. You know what I'm saying? On T-shirts. So that's a good look. We got to connect.
Most definitely.
Now, Speech. If any of the fans, man, want to connect with you and connect with Arrested Development on social media, man, where can they find you?
Yeah, our website is arresteddevelopmentmusic.com. You can keep us there. Arrested Development on Instagram, Arrested Development on Twitter, Facebook. But I also want to shout out my daughter, because my daughter, she's an actress and she's 19. Her name is Zoe Renee. And she's the star, one of the stars on BET's new hit show called The Quad. And
oh wow!
So I want to shout her out. Yeah, so her name on the show is Noni, and of course her real name is Zoe. And so Noni, the character on The Quad, if y'all haven't seen that yet, you gotta, you could go back. The season just ended, so you could go back and peep out the episodes. But it's a real cool, story about people on the HBCU campuses, black college campuses and stuff, and marching bands and all of that stuff, and it's cool. And so she's one of the main characters in that, so I got to give her a shout-out because this was her dream, and she's making it happen, so I'm excited for her.
Well, Speech, it's funny. It's funny the conversations you have with people, man, and the different things that happen, because we have a radio show that comes on Tuesday where we interview actors and actresses, and we had an opportunity to talk with Mr. Santiago Hudson. He introduced us to The Quad and told us about the show, and so I got an opportunity to look at it, and I know your daughter's character because I've seen it, and I think she's fantastic. So we would love to have her on our Tuesday show one day, man, to get an opportunity to talk with her.
That'd be love. I mean, she would probably love to do that. I'll obviously talk to her, but I know that she's just so excited. You know what I mean? And she's her name is Zoe Renee, and she did another film for TV One called Deadbeat. What was it called? Something Bad Dad Rehab was called. And so she did that, and now she's doing The Quad. She's about to do another movie. She's playing a Muslim girl. So it's cool because I'm just, it's like seeing your baby like grow up and do what she's wanting to do is just an amazing thing, So I definitely wanted to shout her out.
No doubt. I definitely appreciate that, man. And we'll definitely be on the lookout for her, man, and so we can try to get her on the show and let her know that Marvel and DC Comics is big in television and film right now. So we'd love to see her in some of that.
Definitely, that's like. That is huge. In fact, one of the women she stars with, what's her name? Sissik. She played the cop in Luke Cage, and she's starring with her in this next movie. So we're really hoping for some incredible stuff, man. Like, we're working on it, working really hard for her. But just excited. You know what I mean?
No doubt. And I can understand why, man. She's very talented, so I definitely appreciate that. Again, man, much success, man. I'm so happy to know, man, that you guys have this new single in one day, and it's hot, man, and I'm really truly feeling it, and we're gonna keep on giving it airplay. And every time you guys release new music, man, just send it our way, man, so we can get some airplay under it and let everybody hear it. Because that's what we're all about, So
no doubt about it. I will definitely.
We really do appreciate you, man. And what I like to tell the guests that come onto our show, you come on as a guest and you leave as a family member. So you family now, man. So we're gonna keep
Word
supporting
up. I love that. I love that. That's cool, brother.
No doubt. So keep being blessed, man. Stay blessed, and we're gonna continue to support, man. And can't wait to see you at the Arizona Freestyle Festival. Definitely.
Me too, brother. We'll connect there, and then talk to you soon, sis.
Yes, I'll definitely talk to you and follow up with you.
All right. Stay blessed, bro.
Y'all too.
Thank you.
Diablo Radio Network, Nod Your Head Radio, getting it in for the fit-ins once again. The one and only Speech from Arrested Development. Red, what you think about the new single?